may be a stretch to say we're living through the age of the assassin, but it's not a big one. The black-clad killer of Charlie Kirk has joined a despicable club that, according to federal prosecutors, almost included this man, Ryan Routh. They allege he traveled to Florida last September to kill Donald Trump while the president was golfing. Routh may well have succeeded, they argue, if it were not for the Secret Service agent who spotted Routh hiding in the bushes and shot at him. Today, a jury in Florida heard opening arguments in Routh's trial. Prosecutors argue the 59-year-old Routh methodically tracked down and waited for Trump, and then aimed his rifle through the bushes toward the then Republican presidential nominee. Routh pleaded not guilty to attempted assassination, but he faces a possible life sentence. But here's the twist. Routh is representing himself at the trial, and he has no legal background. Given that, his opening statement was pretty much what you'd expect, a rambling soliloquy that referenced Adolf Hitler, Vladimir Putin, and the birth of humanity. The court endured about 10 minutes of this before the judge finally cut him off, ruling his opening arguments were irrelevant. The first witness on the stand was the Secret Service agent credited with thwarting the attack. He identified Routh as the person he saw in the bushes and said he feared for his life and for the life of the president. Joining us now is Jesse Weber, NewsNation legal contributor and Law and Crime Network host. Okay, this is bizarre, what Ryan Routh is doing. The rest of his life is at stake. I mean, I don't understand. Do they have to be mentally competent before they can represent themselves?
Hey, listen, as long as he understands the charges against him in the process, he can represent himself, and he has chosen to do that. I didn't think I was ever going to hear that homo erectus was going to come out in an opening statement.
Yeah, he was rambling about the origin of the human species and global conflicts. At one point, he started to cry in the opening arguments.
And here's the thing, right? He has standby counsel, but the deal of that is he can't then turn to them for substantive advice. If he wants to represent himself, judge said, this is your decision, gave him the warnings. He then can't go to his counsel and say, wait, should I call this witness? How should I ask this witness? How should I deliver an opening argument? This is all on him. Why did I go to law school? You think it was because I like law books and I wanted to read? It's to learn the law. It's to learn to actually how to make arguments. Unfortunately, he should have taken the advice and actually used his attorneys.
In jury selection, he was asking people about their stances on Gaza and the war in Ukraine, even about Trump's proposed acquisition of Greenland. Nothing to do with this case.
He almost tried to make what we call a Batson challenge, too. He was saying that jurors...
Is that a thing?
It's a real thing. It's basically accusing the other side of trying to get rid of jurors based on race, and he didn't go that far. He also was complaining that a lot of the jurors, which is true, have ties to law enforcement, but he wasn't properly articulating those challenges, and it's to his detriment.
In their opening statement, prosecutors said Routh waited 10 hours in this sniper's nest that he built in the bushes along the golf course. He made a to-do list of things he needed to buy, and including cardboard, zip ties, diapers, because he was going to be waiting for so long, and wrote a reminder to himself, spray self with bug spray.
Yeah, so also waited 10 hours, checked the weather to see what was going on, used aliases to not only purchase a cell phone, but track the president's movements. So it does become a question. What's the inference that a jury can make? That he was looking for a tea time that he wanted to see? It was, I mean, that's the idea, that he was tracking Trump.
Fascinating. The first witness on the stand with the Secret Service agent who spotted him in the bushes didn't see the gun until he was 5 feet away.
Now, that was harrowing testimony because he said he approached him, said he saw a smile on the defendant's face and quickly took out his weapon. And thankfully, the defendant didn't even fire a shot. But that is really compelling testimony. I can't be surprised why prosecutors called him as the first witness.
5 feet away before he saw the gun. Amazing. All right, Jesse Weber, what a bizarre scene in that courtroom.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.